Yeah, it's your man Magic Mike in the building. What's the word? What's poppin', family? What's poppin', family? What's the word? How we doing this evening? This fine evening. How we all doing? What's the word? What's poppin'? I told y'all I'm gonna be back. We gonna be back here every day, whether it's a lot or a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else can't stay consistent. I'm gonna stay consistent with myself. I'm gonna be a man of my word. If I say I'm gonna do something, let's believe I'm gonna do that shit. People don't know what it means to keep their word nowadays. But anyway, I'm gonna let it tune in, let y'all warm up real quick. Let y'all get comfortable and cozy before I, you know what I'm saying, talk my shit. Cause it's a few things that need to be addressed. Just a few. Alright, see, bet now I got one person here. Alright, I got 8, so I had to make sure I wasn't talking to myself. Bet. So what's the word, y'all? Like I said, I'm a man of my word. If I say I'm gonna do something, I'm doing it. So I'm gonna be back, whether it's for a long time or a little bit. I told you I was gonna be back, and I'm gonna be consistent doing this shit every day. We got some shit to unravel. You know what I'm saying? A few different topics to get out the way. A few things I want to get off my chest. I ain't gonna hold you. What's the word, twin? What's the word, my boy? What's the word, Chris? But anyway, like I said, whether you following me on Twitter, on Twitch, or on YouTube, make sure y'all go follow me on them other platforms. I know y'all little freak neeks are being here from Twitter, so y'all go ahead and follow me on Twitch right now, please and thank you. It would be much appreciated. Go ahead, follow, subscribe, give your boy a little subscribe. But anyway, yeah. One thing we gonna talk about for sure is them Epstein files, cause them shits is like way out of pocket. I'm gonna go into a few like things that were said, you know what I'm saying, just so they can be put out there and be known that I'm trying to bring knowledge. I'm trying to bring awareness to this bullshit that's going on. I could give a fuck about these motherfuckers cheating on each other, this motherfucker buying a new Lambo, this motherfucker, this, that, and the third. Like, I give a fuck about some shit that's like life-changing that we could learn from. So yeah, we gonna talk about them Epstein files. I've been trying to take a young lady to watch 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple, for like weeks, almost 2 months, bro. And it just hasn't been working out. But I just watched it here at the crib real quick by myself. And when I say I'm so happy, because 28 Years Later, the first one, that shit was ass, bro. Who was excited to see 28 Years Later? If you seen 28 days later, 28 weeks later, them shits was fire. 28 Years Later, bro, I ain't gonna hold you. That shit, I had to rewatch it to really appreciate it. Because when I seen it the first time, I ain't gonna hold you, I was not like excited. I was not thrilled, or I wasn't happy to leave this shit. I know if I would have just saw this shit in the theater, I would have had that feeling. Cause I had that feeling here on the couch, like, yeah, that's a lit ending. Like, whether it was a fucked up ending, cause like bad endings can still be good. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit went bad for everybody, but it was still like, damn, that was fucked up. That was a good ending. Yeah, 28 Years Later, that shit was weak. You know what I'm saying? And then this one, nah, this shit was hard. I'm mad they didn't touch up on a few topics that they could have. Like, they still had more room to work with. Like I said, it wasn't perfect because the shit they spent time on, they didn't have to spend as much time on. Like, they could have implicated his father and the baby, you know what I'm saying, from the last one or whatever. But they went in a completely different direction, which you can't blame them. They're consistent in that. They went in a different direction with 28 weeks later than they did with the first one, 28 days. And then with 28 years later, they went another direction again. So even though they're unpredictable in the direction they go, they are predictable in the case that they're going to do something different. So you got to respect them for that. I don't want to have any spoilers or whatever. But when I say that was a good fucking movie, now movies have a thing of they build a universe now. Like, it's a matter of fact. Like you gonna have 1, 2, 3 movies. Like it's rare where you gonna just have one movie. Like even Sinners, motherfucker. They ended. They say, you know what, fuck it. We gonna end up turning this into a thing. But original, like I said, if you, it seems like at this point, if you have an original idea, you're gonna do a 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, and that's completely fine. I fuck with it. 28 years later, yeah, nah, it's a horror movie. It's an infection movie with a rage virus and shit. I mean, I say that movie was hard, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. Y'all should definitely go tune in. If you haven't seen, the most recent one came out. That's the 4th movie technically. So if you haven't seen it, go ahead, watch 28 Days Later, 28 Weeks Later, 28 Years Later, and then 28 Years Later, Golden Temple. Go ahead, check it out in that order. You won't be disappointed. Thank me later. Alright. Outside of that, yeah, we gonna dive into these Epstein files a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm gonna read a couple to y'all, then we gonna go over in some videos. And that's that. There's 22 motherfucking parts. Nah, I guess we're gonna look at this shit together. Cause hold up, ain't no motherfucking way. And it was this easy to find. Like, hold up. It was too easy to find. Like, bro, I niggas ain't just. All I had to do was just go on the FBI. What's good, Mercedes? Not a big horror movie fan, but I heard Michael B. Jordan is Creed 4. I'm interested in seeing who the opponent. Not really, because that Creed is getting burnt out for me. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, they should just leave it at that. You do it, leave it. Sometimes you gotta, when you leave something to be original, like Training Day is so iconic because, like I said, in the fact they didn't do a Training Day 2, 3, and 4, sometimes it's okay to just do something and leave it there. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, we on these Epstein files real quick. Because when I say it was so easy to pull this motherfucker up, hold up. I'm going to just go through this shit myself and see what I can find. Bureau of Investigation. Hold up. Let me get this right. Because Palm Beach Police Department. Alright. Indictment, billionaire solicited 3 times. How do I zoom in? Mysterious money man faces soliciting charge. A part-time Palm Beacher who has socialized with Donald Trump, Bill Clinton, and Kevin Spacey was jailed. See, we already on page 1, and we already getting into some big names. We ain't even getting to nothing spicy yet. Okay. Was jailed early Sunday while accused drug dealers, drunk drivers, and wife beaters after he was charged with soliciting a prostitute. Manhattan money manager Jeffrey Epstein was picked up at his home on El Brillo Way at 1:45. He was released hours later on a $3,000 bond. Epstein, I'm curious when this was, because that's a 3-band bond, nigga. If that bond was done and got like what, 2000? It depends, nigga. I'm talking about 2000. I'm a baby, nigga. If niggas was talking about that 3000 in the 60s was goddamn a $500,000 bond today. No bap. All right, let me chill. 145, $3,000 bond. Epstein was indicted last week by a grand state jury, according to state attorney spokesman Mike Edmondson. Indictment confirming the allegations remain sealed. Hold up. Yeah. Despite Epstein's arrest, the indictment containing the allegations remained sealed Sunday, and Edmonton's provided no details. Unlike most accused Johns, Epstein was charged with a third-degree felony instead of a misdemeanor. Under state law, a solicitation charge usually is elevated to a more serious felony when the defendant has at least 2 solicitation convictions. However, check of court records here in New York tune no such convictions. Epstein cannot be reached. I don't know what the fuck. Let's get into some of the spicy stuff. But all I'm saying is we ain't even get too far into it, and you already hearing crazy ass names, bruh. Let me see some crazy headlines first. After a long probe, billionaire faces soliciting charge. I'm not trying to constantly see, because niggas be soliciting all day. Pussy, weed, drugs, all that shit. That shit is regular, degular, schmegular nowadays. So we can't hold that soliciting. Police say, lawyers say discredit teenage girls. Hold up. All right, nah. There's got to be some crazy. He was over 50 and they were girls. Hey, yo. If the women whom Palm Beach say a part-time resident invited his home and was paid sex acts were in fact women, the solicitation charge after Jeffrey Epstein might feel sufficient. All right, see, hold up, we got to get the ages. But police and alleged victims and 17 witnesses under oath. How old were these young ladies? Police be strenuously urged an unlawful sex act. Oh, shit. Hold up. So it is baffling that Mr. Epstein was indicted last month by a grand jury on the felony count of solicitation of prostitution, has not been charged as Palm Beach police strenuously urged with unlawful sex acts with a minor in lieu and lascivious, I don't know, molestation. Lavish molestation, lascivious molestation, conviction of crime against rumors would mean steeper penalties than the maximum 5 prison term Mr. Epstein faces is if convicted of the single count felony solicitation. It is also a help message of intolerance to perverts who prey on girls. Yeah, they gonna fuck him up in jail. Basically, they were saying they was gonna fuck him in the ass when he was in jail, because they don't do that shit in prison. Bro, you don't play with kids. That's what I'm saying. You kids, that's one innocent thing you just like don't mess with, bro. Mr. Epstein, a 53-year-old Manhattan manager who was hired Harvard law professor Alan Dershowitz and defense attorney Jack Goldberg has denied knowing how old the girls were, but police interviews with the 5 alleged victims and 17 witnesses under oath, as well as phone messages, a high school transcript, what? And other items that police found from searching Mr. Epstein's trash. What? They found Shorty's high school and transcript in the nigga's trash can is insane, bro. Yo, that's you doing research on your victims is crazy. Yeah, thank you, Ray. Repost the stream. I need all of y'all to repost the stream. Unlike my motherfuckers, no, I'm not just gonna go on hearsay, because this is still hearsay. Technically, these are articles where hearsay. Again, mind you, this is only page 1, y'all. This is only page 1. I ain't get the. This is all right. Technically, page 19 of 41, but there's 44 pages. This is part 1. Okay? This is part 1 with 44 pages. And I didn't skim through. I ain't gonna hold you. The shit that I skimmed through was already fucked up. But unfortunately, it's everyday shit. Like, this is somewhat everyday shit. I mean, the transcript in the trash can, that's not everyday shit. So that's why I'm taking my time to read some of these details. I'm not going to read everything. I'm going to skim over I'm going to skim over this shit so I can find what's important. And then when I find something important, I'm going to stop and then I'm going to read from there. Okay? Found from searching Mr. Eipstein's trash can in 7,234 square foot waterfront home. Boom, Clyde. You see how big the house is? 73,000 square feet. Bombaclad. Yeah, they having freak offs in that motherfucker. Provide evidence that he knew the girls were teenagers. One girl couldn't show up when Mr. Epstein wanted because she had soccer. Another time, Epstein had to wait for his massage session because the girl he wanted was still in class. Why didn't state attorney Barry Krischer let a jury decide whether to believe the teenagers, including a 16-year-old who went to Mr. Epstein's house to work in December 2004 after being asked whether she needed to make money for Christmas gifts? Prosecutors gave greater weight to the details. Mr. Duschwitz, I'm gonna call him Mr. Doofen. I'm gonna just say Mr. Doofenshmirtz for the meantime, because I ain't even trying to say that. Details Mr. Doofenshmirtz provided about the girl in an apparent effort. I mean, I'm sorry, these words are like really fucking small, y'all, and hard to see. So I'm trying to bring that up a bit closer. Yeah. Okay, way better. Prosecutors gave greater weight to the details Dr. Doofenshmirtz provided about the girls in an apparent effort to assail their character. Mr. Doofenshmirtz pointed out to the prosecutors that some of the teenagers had talked on MySpace.com about marijuana and alcohol use. What the fuck? How old was Jeffrey? How old was this nigga Epstein? Fucking this nigga only died in 2019. That wasn't that long ago. What the fuck? And he was alive for I'm thinking, so I could say 2000. So he was around in my time type shit. Just moving that far under the radar is crazy. The 20-year-old Royal Palm Beach woman who told police she recruited girls for Mr. Epstein has a web page on MySpace that features one girl using the name Pimpin' Made Easy. Although no charges of witness tampering have been filed, the parents of at least one of the teenage victims complained to police being followed and intimidated by two men. Police determined that they're blah, 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 blah. Ignorance of age isn't defense in sex cases. Yeah, it is in some. I ain't even gonna lie. It definitely is. I ain't trying to agree with him, but ignorance is defense. Because again, what if you ask for ID and shorty has a fake ID? Period. Oh, thank you for the subscription, Mercedes. Yo, good fucking looking. I love you. Yo, Sadie's, I love you. Yeah, like I said, make sure y'all go ahead follow me on Twitch, because that's where we at. Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, all the above. Go follow me on all platforms, but you already know what it is. Go follow your boy on Twitch. But anyway, ignorance is definitely the case, because like I said, what if shorty lies? Y'all are very, very good at lying. People will go to the farthest and furthest extent to lie, so Give motherfuckers grace in that. I ain't even finna get too far in that headline because, like I said, as a lawyer, I could still defend some of these cases. I ain't trying to defend this nigga, but I know I could in that. And I ain't even gonna lie. It depends on each case. It very much so depends on the circumstance. Jury often believe parents over kids. Police Palm Beach chief focus on fire in Epstein case. No. Colleagues cite chief's professionalism, integrity. And man who had everything. Crave big homes, elite friends in investigation, say underage girls. I mean, has donated more than $100,000 to Democrat campaigns, including John Kerry's presidential bid, the re-election campaign of New Mexico Government Bill Richardson, and the Senate's bids. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Once you got power, you donating to all of these causes, bro. You buying hush money. You know what I'm saying? That's period. You buy power. You could buy power too. You buy power by getting into these elitist clubs and shit. You know what I'm saying? Period. Y'all think they not real? They exist. Powerful legal team. I'm trying to figure out when the fuck he was eating babies, bro. That's what I heard. I'm trying to get to the steak and potatoes of this shit. They owe Michael Jackson a motherfucking apology. That's also in the Epstein camp, calls female accuser liars. Of course you would. Attorney police gave media distorted view. FBI investigations. That's what I'm saying. These are all of their headlines that they're using, like, to see what's going on. Like, all the things that they billionaires faces charges of solicitation of minors. I think we read. Are y'all redoing some of these same shits? This is a search warrant, a 2005 search warrant for his crib. I believe the court that has been appraised hereby was that's probably to check his crib. Nigga had a warrant for his house. They was like, yeah, let's go snooping. Let's skip ahead. Let's go to 5. Let's see what's in 5. Let's see how far we can go. Like, I'm trying to see some shit. Nah, I'm like, don't do that. I don't want to download this shit. I just want to look at it. Twin. I don't want to download it. I don't want this slob on my computer. What the fuck? It ain't even nothing important. What the fuck? Deleted page. Nah, not y'all deleting information and shit. Not FBI. We want to see it all, twin. Give me it all, bro. Dealer, no yeah, bro. This is part 2. That's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to see this bullshit. I'm trying to skip ahead to the juicy part. Okay. Yeah, let's jump ahead to 17. No MySpace account page found. Oh, alright. We get into some steak and potatoes. You know what I'm saying? The main course. These are his ads? Man, we gonna YouTube this because I also don't have the patience to look through all of this shit with y'all. I'd have to do my research and then bring it back to y'all. So we just gonna go look up craziest things said in craziest things in the Epstein files. The most insane things in the Epstein files. Episode 130! What the fuck? Episode 130! Oh, wait, hold on. Let's just hope this is her channel that she has doing other shit. Because ain't no way she got 130 episodes of just the Epstein file shit. Let me put my headphones on. This shit finna get schwunky. What's up, Lulu? Lulu Lemon. It's my sweetheart. It's my sweetheart.
I work with multiple platforms all the time. Connect Team is just beyond anything that we have ever experienced. My favorite feature.
All right, guys, happy Saturday. I want you to know that I have read your comments and I have seen your DMs and your tags. I know that people have been asking about my thoughts on the Epstein files, and I apologize. I was traveling.
She a white girl. She not gonna reveal the most craziest shit that I want to hear. And these are a whole bunch of white people. I want to see. Is there any gonna be any black people to talk about this shit? No, I don't see nobody black and proud up here talking about this shit. Damn.
All right, guys, happy Saturday. I was traveling even 3 people in our stage, and what I'm observing on this does not. This is where I struggle. Listen. Clarity. There is no consensus, but everyone is telling their audience all. Is not an automatic confirmation. And so I think that it is very disingenuous for people online to act like it is. because that feels like a very black and white reading of this behemoth of a situation. I think a lot of what happened and what is included in these files post 2008 conviction, post 2011 where he was classified as a high-risk sex offender, I think it was in the United States, maybe it was just
Oh yeah, absolutely, without a doubt. That's the game. It's called setting up a coup.
in New York State, I don't know, but I think all of that is even more convoluted because there was a financial incentive to be an Epstein victim. And I say this very, very delicately, and I know, like, don't scream at me yet, just listen, because, like, this is something that a year ago, I don't know if
I'm getting sick of this
something that I've
bitch.
come to terms with.
Release the Epstein files. No, wait, Epstein is actually a host. No, wait, since everyone is spending a ridiculous amount of time on this, I don't know why, just release all the grand jury testimony, even though that's not what people are asking for, and you can't do it without court permission, and the court will probably block that. Trump's I'm not involved with Jeffrey Epstein t-shirt has a lot of people asking questions already answered by his t-shirt. And the funny thing about that meme is that it was originally literally about human trafficking. But the long and short of it is that the MAGA movement may have finally taken a stand against the Trump administration.
The current DOJ under Pam Bondi is covering up crimes.
But back in 2024, candidate Trump made some promises about releasing these so-called Epstein files.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, head ass boy.
During his most recent presidential campaign, Trump said that he would have, quote, no problem looking into the Epstein client list.
The list of clients that went to the island has not been made public.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
Bro, what's up with his face? Why he look Asian and he a white man? I ain't gonna hold you, that bothers me. He higher than I am. Cause ain't no motherfucking way. Bro, look at his face. Look at your eyes, twin. Konnichiwa. Odingi desu ka? Inoni. Head ass, boy.
But yeah, I'd be inclined to do the Epstein. I'd have no problem with it.
Yeah, oh, that's his lion face. My fault. That's the face he make when he lying. I could tell. There we go.
Then Attorney General Pam Bondi told everyone that Epstein's legendary client list was right there on her desk. Except it wasn't. Pam Bondi released a 2-page memo saying that actually Epstein did just kill himself, there's no secret client list, and there are no more documents that are going to be released. And everyone believed her, and that was the end of the story. No, I'm just kidding. Trump supporters weren't having it at all. Even Trump's reliable buddies over at Fox News aren't buying the narrative.
Why do you say he's become the deep state?
What is more deep state than covering up for pedophiles?
And Trump took to Truth Social to post a long screed proclaiming how great Bondi is and telling everyone to, quote, not waste time and energy on Jeffrey Epstein, somebody that nobody cares about. Except that a whole bunch of people care a whole lot about Epstein.
Make some noise if you care about the Jeffrey Epstein scandal.
Raise your hand if it matters a lot to you. Raise your hand. So every hand of 7,000 people.
And now we live in a world where Congress's resident Jewish space laser enthusiast Marjorie Taylor Greene and Silicon Valley progressive.
It's to the point of, like I said, it's not that it matters, but y'all try to make shit that doesn't matter, and the other people doing it doesn't matter, but when they're doing it, it matters. That's the whole issue that we're trying to bring light. What happened in equality? We're being held accountable for these rules and this bullshit, but y'all are able to get away and do it. Why? Because you're investing in Trump's campaign, because you're investing in the mayor's campaign, because that's exactly what this money buys power. You know what I'm saying? Not just the bitch you want, but nigga, a get out of jail free card. Knowing the mayor or the sheriff of even the county you're in can get you, you know what I'm saying, benefits and privileges. Yo, bro, if you're the sheriff's son, you get benefits and privileges. So, shit. In a sense, people would sacrifice their kids for this success shit. You think people really have morality? Y'all think everybody is... No, people would sacrifice their kids in a minute, bro. Fuck is you talking about?
Ro Khanna might finally agree on something. And meanwhile, while all this was playing out in the media...
And my thing is, it's like... That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. That's why I try to operate the way I do in this life, period. Because it's like, I want to be treated how I want to be treated, even though people aren't going to reciprocate all of that energy. We're all going to have daughters. So at 53, you not thinking of, bro, what the fuck? Like, do you give a fuck that much about your gratification and your enjoyment and just enjoying your shit to where you're not thinking, like I said, the moral compass or just enjoying it? Like, bro, what? This girl could be your granddaughter. Not even your daughter, your granddaughter, twin. Like, you out of pocket.
the Trump Department of Justice finally acted on Ghislaine Maxwell's plea for the Supreme Court to overturn her conviction after months of delay. Oh, and now Donald Trump is threatening to sue, quote, the ass off of Rupert Murdoch. He's furious because the Wall Street Journal published a story last night about Trump sending Jeffrey Epstein a handwritten birthday card in 2003, where Trump hand drew sketches of a naked woman and then made his signature mimic pubic hair, and which Trump ends the letter with, quote, happy birthday and may every day be another wonderful secret. So suffice to say, there is a lot going on here, both in the media.
Hey, yo. And see, these motherfuckers, that's a psychological, like, it's like, yeah, nigga, we in here. Like, that's like sending your op one of your soldiers' thumbs or some shit. That's like a little ploy, you know what I'm saying? You getting in their head type shit, like, yeah, we on that. Like, y'all see how Diddy be acting and shit? Like, yeah, you know what go down? Yeah, you know, we like to party. We like to, yeah. Everybody got their own way of doing it, but that's clearly his way of doing that, twin.
In the government and in the courts. And a lot of suspicious timing with how the Trump administration is playing this, and baffling statements from Trump himself.
Like, the fact that you tried to sue, or you tried to, like I said, it shows side of guilt. Like, even if you're guilty of shit, you're accountable. But like I said, when people are guilty of them shit, they not accountable. They gonna lie. They gonna try to attack you. You know what I'm saying? It's people are people, no matter they're rich people or what thing. They just got more experience and they know how to bullshit people. Like, with more experience you have on this earth, yeah, you got more potential to learn and do good, but you got more potential to learn and bullshit, motherfuckers. These ladies done got solid at finessing. And it took time and programming and years of this shit. They didn't just get good at this shit. Nah, what?
So as the MAGA world implodes, let's take a step back and talk about how we got here, what the Epstein files actually are, and what they are not. And make no mistake about it, apart from all of the fabricated conspiracy theories, the Epstein saga does point to an actual real-life conspiracy that spits in the face of anyone who cares about equal justice and the rule of law in this country. But from the very beginning, everything that touched Jeffrey Epstein reeked of corruption. In 1996, Maria Farmer, an artist in her mid-20s, reported to the NYPD and the FBI that Epstein and his associate, British socialite Ghislaine Maxwell, had violently sexually assaulted her while she was visiting his property in upstate New York. Farmer claims that she also warned the FBI that Epstein and Maxwell had committed multiple...
I want y'all to be aware, and that's what I'm saying. When you get into white people, and you get into sexual assault, and you get into, like, the money category, like I said, these women, they gloat about being doms, but they don't gloat about being submissive, as in, like, y'all don't realize, like, them sick movies that come out where people pay to watch people get tortured, and they have that work. That shit is based on real life. And like I said, again, I'm not defending Epstein. I'm not. I don't want anybody to think that. But whenever, like I said, I'm hearing sexual assault from these ladies and this, that, and the third, and him and his wife sexually assault. Bro, you was down for the munyon, shorty. And they was whatever with that rough sex thing, you wasn't with it and you felt defiled, but you felt like yeah, you took it after you got that money, then it was okay. That's the same way it be with these people, bro. You motherfuckers got that bread, and now that shit okay, now you got a problem with it. Like, I can't get down with that, son. I can't get down with that. These white folks, that's what I'm saying. Even these black queens, Latina queens, whatever racial queens, whenever they fucking with these white moguls, they don't give a fuck. They ain't gonna expose them because they getting paid too much. Oh, he take care of me. Why would I expose him? Why would I say that? So that's what I'm saying. They got their exceptions, but once people don't get what they want no more, and like I said, you a politician, you a big name nigga, and you like to get your nuts stepped on, and you like fucking pigs or get your nuts licked by dogs. When you into that type of shit, people gonna use that against you, because it's like, and everybody got their demons in their closet, bro.
Serious sex crimes against girls, including her minor sister, that Epstein stole nude and partially nude photos of 2 of her minor sisters, and that he possessed child pornography. But neither law enforcement agency followed up on Farmer's complaint.
This week, we're hosting a free trading and investing workshop right here in Atlanta. Inside this workshop, you'll learn that you don't need to be a Wall Street pro to trade like one.
And nearly a decade later, in March of 2005, a woman reported to the Palm Beach police that her 14-year-old stepdaughter had been molested by a wealthy man. In subsequent police interviews, the girl confirmed that she had been recruited by a female classmate, also an undergrad, who had done sexual favors for Epstein in exchange for money. That classmate apparently took the 14-year-old complainant to Epstein's house, where his staff escorted her.
You see, I'm not saying it's okay. Two wrongs don't make it right, but you see what I'm saying? Somebody somebody else who was into it tried to put somebody else onto it because they all complain about the same shit or whatever. But this girl too young, and whatever it is, she being a minor, whatever, these girls is fast, bro. Let's not act like it. Like I said, I was in high school and these bitches was out here flexing with their boyfriends in college, okay? So these girls is not all innocent in their thing too. They got their own trials and tribulations, but you know what I'm saying?
To his bedroom. Epstein appeared in nothing but a towel and told her to undress and then massage him, and during that massage, he sexually abused her. Now, the unnamed complainant came from a rough background. The underage classmate who recruited her had recently been sexually assaulted before she met Epstein.
And I absolutely understand too, because it's like, why are you going to take the money and not just say something? But guess what? I'm going to go against Epstein, because now guess what? They do say something. And like all of these articles, all of these things, like I said, what's he going to do? He could bond out and he going to get a lawyer. People don't have the money, the time to get a lawyer and know all of their rights. And they're also in shock and in trauma, the details and the evidence still around. And they do things like, bro, after you would get raped, the first thing you would want to go do is shower, bro. You think you want to go straight to the thing? You will want to wash that out of you. Like, what? You going to clean out the evidence. I'm not going to, after I got raped, you think the first place I'm going to want to go to is the hospital? The first place I'm going to want to go to is the police? I have to deal with all that. I have all these questions, and then the rape kit, then that's that. I know that process. They got to stick something in you. It's cold, and it's just unpleasant. Don't nobody want to have to, no female or anybody want to have to go through that. Imagine a nigga having to get a rape kit. Nigga, what? What? That shit is another level of just defiling your manhood. Like, what? Imagine, twin. So nah, I can't get down with that, twin. You on another type of time. You over whooping, as they say.
And this would become a pattern for Epstein. He preyed on girls from poor, violent, and troubled backgrounds, sexually abused them in exchange for money, and then paid them to recruit similarly troubled girls for him to abuse.
See, that's what I'm saying. It comes from a troubled female. So it's like, instead of helping these things, because it's like, it's no different than charity or Boys and Girls Club and shit like that. That's why they have things like that. Positive outlooks, because like I said, and you can get dragged into the world because this is a business mogul, man. This is a man that their parents know, that their parents will look up to. Shit, their parents would suck some meat for some money. What you talking about? So if this is something that they're gonna see their parents do it, they're like, bro, why not? You know what I'm saying? So they see this as a business mogul. Like I said, it's a matter of you take advantage of desperate people. Oh, I'm not down, man. It's a fucked up world, twin.
Now, when Palm Beach detective Joe Ricari began conducting witness interviews, Epstein was quickly tipped off by one of the potential witnesses. Epstein then